Liposuction is a cosmetic surgery, a procedure which definitely will help or a boon for the obesity. So, if you want a permanent solution, a safe solution, is this liposuction. So, liposuction, the basis is that it removes the fat cells permanently from a given part to an extent of around 80%, and we leave behind around 20%, which is normal for the normal smoothness. So the excess fat has been removed and we are leaving behind that normal. So they will not have any issues or side effects with the liposuction. The results are immediate. One can enjoy the results immediately. Hi, this is Dr. Girish AC. Liposuction is a cosmetic surgery, a procedure which definitely will help or a boon for the obesity. Obesity is usually genetic in nature. The which part, what age, how much to expand, that depends basically on the genetic part. Means that the problem would have been faced by mother or mother side, maybe the father and father side. So for this reason, from childhood also few will have this childhood obesity. If not, this obesity can appear in the later part of the life. So maybe in the around the age of 18 to 20 years, or maybe later also. Here there are gender differences are there. Like in the males, it will be usually in the abdomen or a tummy region, and the hips also they will, for flanks they will have that the issue, and with some of course in the chest part that excess fat deposition will be there, but the rest of the part usually will be normal with the male. But as in case with the females, so they can have multiple parts being expanded or become obese. So but for them also the usual parts are like tummy area, sometimes the flanks, and maybe the buttocks, thighs also, arms also, upper back, double chin, face. So they can have multiple parts. So this is some gender difference between the male and female. But the exercise can the shrink to an extent, and diet also. But this cannot be a permanent solution. There can be just some improvement that is temporary. If they stop the diet and exercise, of course, that can bounce back or a re-expansion will be there. So that will be quite bothersome for them and worrisome in the long run. So if you want a permanent solution, a safe solution, is this liposuction. So liposuction, the basis is that it removes the fat cells permanently from a given part to an extent of around 80%, and we leave behind around 20%, which is normal for the normal smoothness. So the excess fat has been removed and we are leaving behind that normal. So they will not have any issues or side effects with the liposuction. The results are immediate. One can enjoy the results immediately. And if they have multiple parts, so they have to go in stages. And of course, sometimes, if possible, we do combine maybe 2 parts or 3 parts together. And if it is not possible, we need to stage and give a spacing of around 1 to 2 months of time, so that they will recover from one part and they can go for another. So this is also a daycare surgery, daycare procedure with the morning admission and evening discharge, or if required overnight admission with the next day morning discharge, or 2 to 3 days of some rest at home, and after that of course they can resume their routine activities. The liposuction is done through tiny holes. First of all, we inject the tumescent fluid, so which will disperse or separate the fat cells, and after that we remove the fat cells through liposuction cannulas. So there are various developments of technology nowadays where the fat cells are liquefied, followed by the power assisted lipo. So these technology based instruments will definitely help both for the surgeon as well as for the client. For the client, they will have that very less pain, early recovery, and best results. For the surgeon, it is less strain also, or less stress during the procedure. So now we are making use of this technology and giving or passing this advantages to the every client, so that the recovery will be smooth early, that they can get back to their routine activities. It is totally safe. The results are permanent. Yes, they can also appreciate a good amount of weight loss along with the good contours what we achieve immediately on table. There will be some temporary issues like some swelling or the bruise. There can be some hardness or some numbness can be there. But these are all temporary issues. With the good massage and using pressure garments, these things are resolved in a month's time. Even they can resume their gym activities or sports activities after 1 month time. So overall, so they can have that the results immediate and for lifetime. There are a lot of myths and facts that if we remove the fat of one part, it will appear in another part. It is totally myth, it's not a fact. So the results are given wherever we are achieved. And of course, they need to maintain the rest of the body with the moderate exercise and with a moderate diet or a balanced diet.